So I'm in a bit of a dilemma here. One of my videos did pretty well. It's almost, I think it's over at 50,000 views right now, but it's about the music industry, which is the entire niche that I was trying to get away from, even though it's a part of my life and a part of my story, and I still love music and I still love the music business and all the intricacies within it. But I wanted to get out of it because I'm just more broad of a person than just only talking about music. In fact, most of the time, I don't even talk about music with most people because, well, that's the reason that I even started talking about it on the internet, because none of my IRL friends really care about rappers or music as much as I do. But the dilemma is that video got 50,000 views and it's probably going to keep going up. And then I started chasing views, kind of like not purposely, but just saying like, okay, that's what people liked, so I'm going to make more of it. Now, it's a little bit different than my old content where I was doing a lot of drama and like news and reactions and whatnot. So I'm still somewhat comfortable with it. But I'm realizing that I'm creating my own cage once again. And I think a lot of people would take value from this if you're trying to become a content creator or you're trying to start a business or run a business, that chasing views will not make you more money, nor will it build the community that you actually want. And I think that there's like a dopamine fixation that we have with getting views because we think that the numbers of views will equate to money or will equate to success. But in all reality, that's just not true. If you think about all of the viral people, even in music or in content, they'll get millions of views, but and they might get some customers from it for selling a service or a product on the back end or whatever. But the million views does not really equate to the strength of a customer or a viewer if you have like a loyal following within a very specific niche. And I just made a whole video about how fame is a prison, because once you start chasing the views or once you start having to appease certain people's interests that are not truly you, you start to forget the whole reason that you actually even started content. For me, I wanted to document my life and my journey through business and just what I'm thinking on a daily basis. And while I do still think I'm doing that with the music content, because I'm relating it to bigger concepts, I also just don't want to even look at the analytics anymore because it's honestly fucking up my head. It's making me want to make types of videos that I don't want to do. It almost rewires your brain into being interested in things that are not part of your mission. So I just wanted to make it clear to everybody that this channel, I'm not gonna keep going too hard in music, although I do think that there's a lot of, I don't know, rappers or stories that I have or that I know about of these artists that relate to much bigger concepts about life and success and just how you should move mentally, because we can learn from other people. And it's just that rappers and artists tend to be a subject matter that I know a lot about or that I'm very interested in. But I also just don't want to become addicted to the attention again, because I've been there before where I've had to stream every day, and then like some nights I'd be like, why the fuck am I doing this? I don't care that much about, you know, some stupid piece of drama about a 17-year-old rapper beefing with another one, and I'm like, I'm 29 years old. I don't care. I want to talk about concepts. I don't want to talk about people. I want to talk about improving myself. I want to talk about life. And also, when you chase the views, you tend to do much lower value content because you're almost adhering to more brain rot, because that is what gets views. And so from now on, I am just not going to care about the views at all. I'm just going to grow. And if people want to come along for the ride with this YouTube channel about what I'm actually talking about and not just only music, then that's great. And if not, then that's no big deal. Like, at least I'm staying true to myself. And I think most people should do that, especially when, again, like, if someone is going viral on Instagram and they're posting like skits, like funny skits, or a really dumb one-off video that goes viral, I've said it before, but that's low-key a detriment, because then you almost get trapped in making more of that content, even though that might not even be you. And so it's not even good for the overall brand. And as I said before, like, that's a low value audience, because people who like super viral content, which I don't watch at all. I don't watch Mr. Beast. I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't really go on TikTok all too much. I only really watch the shit that I care about. And when you're playing the game of chasing views, you're going for low value viewers that aren't really loyal to you, because they're watching so much other viral content. They're loyal to the dopamine. They're not loyal to you as a person. Like, the views don't matter if they don't even remember your name. And frankly, most of the time, you don't make most of your money through YouTube AdSense or any of these social media platforms. You make it through like sponsorships or businesses that you build on top of the content, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm starting like a paid community where we talk about actual actionable business advice and scenarios to help people make more money, whether that be them starting it or doing what I do, which is business acquisition. I'm actually doing a deal as we speak, sending another offer probably today or Monday. But like, if you start chasing the views, then you're really just a content creator. You're not a businessman. And content creators, just solely content creators, don't make a lot of money. You'll see a lot of TikTokers or people on Instagram, there's Instagram hoes. They're not making money. They're just posting videos or pictures in Dubai after some rich guy who actually does make money flew them out. So it's like it's a stupid game to play. And I am not disappointed in myself, but I'm just being weary and communicating that to y'all, that you just don't want to play that game, especially because it can affect your mood too. Like, if a video flops or whatever, because you have these expectations that it's going to get a certain amount of views, it'll ruin your whole day. And I just don't want to do that. So in conclusion, I just want to make it clear that the main goal should not be views. It should be building trust, credibility, leverage with an audience by actually gaining an audience for you, not for necessarily just the content, because there's millions, probably billions of videos or pieces of content on the internet that you have to sift through to actually compete in that game. And that's, as I've told y'all in other videos, you want to find your market inefficiencies to capitalize on. And if you're competing against people who are willing to spend thousands of dollars to get 1 million views on something viral for like a prank video or something, they're not actually making that good of money, or they're relying on sponsorships. It's just not very sustainable. And in the long term, when you get older, like, you'll probably not want to be doing that. One of the main guys in Nelk, I don't remember his name, but he left Nelk to go start an actual business after they built a huge brand. But he just said he didn't want to be pranking people anymore. He got older, he became more mature. He started a brand for clothes, among other things, I think, where he was making his own custom like shirts and materials and whatever. So as I've said before, if you're not in it for the long term, or you're not doing something that is conducive to your long-term mission, then it's not worth doing or even starting, because you're gonna get bored of it and you're gonna quit. And I just don't believe in short-term plays or short-term brands. Like, I'm not here on the internet to be just a fly-by-night or like a one-hit wonder, or like just be known for things that are trendy. Even if you're buying all these designer clothes and whatnot, in my opinion, every single week or every single month, to stay on top of the fashion trends, you're gonna keep having to play that game, and you're within a group of people who respect you for your style and everything. But like, when you stop playing that game, which will happen eventually, because you'll realize that it is just not sustainable to continue buying all these clothes or continue to do anything adhering to a trend. we as humans inherently evolve and change. And sometimes a certain trend will come along or you'll mature enough where you don't actually fuck with that trend. And then you'll fall out of relevance within that sphere of people or audience because you're just not playing that game anymore in which they want you to. So for me, it was like on YouTube with the underground rap scene, like I did that for so long that I was expected to keep up and even like all of these underground rappers and talk about them and know everything about them. But at a certain point when I got older, I was just like, dude, I don't even relate to this music anymore. It doesn't even sound good to me, or at least some of the artists. I just don't really care about the drama anymore. I care about my own life way more. And so I got trapped, like talking about things from like a third person viewpoint. It was almost like I was a character online being somebody who I wasn't. And again, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not gonna chase views here. I'm not gonna only do music content. I want to talk about money, success, self-improvement. And I think those are much larger missions in life as men or as humans than just keeping up with drama, which I already know a lot of my subscribers from my old channels grew out of too. Not only because the views started to like go down on those channels, but also because I see you in the comments on these new videos saying like, y'all fuck with the new content where we're actually talking about like real shit that makes you think about why we think a certain way or the way society is or how biology is of humans, of like why we act a certain way, our psychology. Yeah, as I said before, you got a new school community, link in the description. I can help you start your online business and grow it through content creation, also business acquisition. I have a lot of experience in other things too. Let me know. Big Bob Unk here, and I'll see you there. It's been your boy Baba Lamb signing off. Make sure to like and subscribe for more money and mindset videos every single day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.